If you came here expecting a certain thing, don't get mad at me. I know you guys get mad if I have a positive outlook or a smile on my face or I correct anything you say. Don't get weird on me. Don't you guys get psychotic, please. Because a lot of you got to learn to take it easy a little bit. I try to tell you, but you don't listen. There was a lot of shit. I was having a hard time keeping a straight face this morning because a lot of people were getting a lot of things wrong. I did have my sentencing hearing today. It went better than I thought it was going to go. I haven't talked about it at all. I've been a very good boy, which was confirmed today. I was appreciative of that. There was that thing that came out yesterday that the judge agreed was total bullshit, which I'm very happy about. I think it was a last-minute thing because I was being a good boy for the last 3 months, and this was kind of a last-minute thing by the prosecutor. And I get it. Look, it's her job to do her thing, so I'm not mad at her, but we kind of knew it was bullshit from Jump Street, so we weren't too worried about it. It was nice that they saw through that in the court. The other thing, I was watching today, I was watching some of the chat, and some people were just apoplectic. Some of the steel toe hate people were just apoplectic, like their life was going to be ruined if I wasn't hauled away in cuffs today. I don't mean to, I could have spoiled it for you this morning, but I figured I was just going to let you wait. I was never getting led away in cuffs today. That was never going to happen. Even the judge said today, she laughed at the idea. She was like, I don't even do that for felonies. And so that was kind of the first thing I laughed at. The other thing that you guys were, the minority of you were going off about was like, oh yeah, it's going to be a felony. It's going to be, and I'm like, guys, it's a deal. We do the guilty plea and then the felony's dismissed. There was a gasp. There was I heard a few people go, huh? When they said, yeah, the felony's dismissed. And we're like, yeah, guys, that's the whole reason we did this. I don't understand why people thought that. I don't know what bad advice they were listening to. Then there were a bunch of people, and I'm not going to bust these people's balls because I think they were a little closer to where I was thinking. They're like, you're going to go away you're going to have to serve 30 days or whatever. And that's what I was thinking. I was going into today going, look, we fucked up on the violation. That's legit. I don't think the prosecutor liked the deal that we cut initially. So if they got the violation, they were going to do what they could with it. So I kind of thought, at 30. I'll say this about my sentencing hearing. This judge, unbelievably fair. By the book, it's unbelievable. Being a judge, how these people can just shut off biases and just do their job. It's one of the rarest jobs in the world. I really do think defense lawyers are heroes because I do believe, in going through the system, I do believe that it's not designed for innocent until proven guilty. It's designed to break human beings. I think it really is designed to break human beings. I think there's an assumption of guilt from the beginning in our system in general. That's kind of how I feel going through it. But the one thing I'm impressed with is defense attorneys. They're incredible people. They really are the last vanguard against violations of the Constitution. The other thing is judges, man. And I don't know. Maybe there's some bad ones out there. I have no idea. But the way they're able to just see through and cut through bullshit and just deliver, I thought I was so impressed by that. So what happened today was because of the one violation, the state of Minnesota wanted 45 days. And I was just we thought it should be zero. We thought just stick to the agreement because I've been a good boy for 3 months. I thought they would just do, we were like, we'll make it 0. And they were like, make it 45. And what they ended up on was 8. Now, I understand not a lot of people go through the system, so I'm not going to get mad at you for getting shit wrong. It's okay. And I know you hate me, so you want it to be as bad as possible. When the sentence is 15 and you have 2 days served, I got credit for 2 days served, you serve 10 of the 15. So sometimes you hear about people who get like 4 years in jail, right? They get 4 years, they're out in 2. Like, oh, how the hell does that happen? Well, I'll get 15 sentenced, served 10, time served for 2. So it's going to be 8 days, which, look, I mean, if you just do it by the math, the state of Minnesota wanted 45 days. We wanted 0. We got 8. You can't really look a gift horse in the mouth. And this is what I mean by I thought the judge just did a fantastic job, just did their job, called it right down the middle. Basically what the judge said was, I'm going to honor the deal. You plead guilty to this. I'll dismiss the felony. Cool. Awesome. But because you had that violation, here's basically a week of time. What the deal called for was I was going to get a 364-day sentence, stayed with 2 years probation, up to 2 years probation, and that's at the discretion of probation. I'm so thankful for today. It's over. It's done with. It's full speed ahead. I'm so happy that this is finally over and we can put it all behind us. And hopefully you can. If you can't put it, like if I can put it behind me and you watching this, you can't put it behind you as just a viewer, you really do need to have your brain checked for some parasocial problems. Because, look, I don't care if you get over it, but if you can't get over it, I need it to get through your head somehow. It's a you problem, not a me problem. I don't know what, you should be thrilled. Like you should be if you hate my guts, you should be thrilled. If you're thinking 8 days is bad, like 8 days is crazy for this whole thing. Like it's wild. It really is. It's mind-boggling. But you should be very thrilled about it. I don't understand why you wouldn't be. So the state wants 45. We get 8. We wanted 0. We get 8. Nobody's happy. Everybody's happy. I think the judge did perfect job. They said, look, you'd be getting your way, but you got the one violation. Boom. There you go. 8 days. So that's where we're at now. And, I got to tell you, it feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. And again, it wouldn't be nothing if I didn't do something stupid. I did something stupid. You pay a price for it. You move on with your life. And again, if this is going to trigger you, if this reaction is going to upset you, again, I'm sorry. I can't be what you need me to be. I just have to be authentic. So there you go. Down and dirty. It was very nice that second violation thing, the judge did throw that out. They said, I'm not considering that because I agree with Mr. Imholte, Mr. Peterson. That's got a lot of questions on that one. I did say today that I am out of the Gino Bisconti business. That is 1,000% accurate. Look, man, the dude's reckless. What can I say? Gino Bisconti's a reckless guy. And you can't have reckless people like that in your orbit when you got crazy shit going on. I really do feel like the weight of the world, like there were so many different factions and thousands of people trying to shove you down into this box, like into this grave, and you popped out of it and you made it and it's over with now. But like after you win, I always say we won the war. Now after you win the war, that doesn't mean you just gloat and you go, oh, we won the war, blah, blah, whatever. These people are dumb. These viewers that, troll people are dumb. You can talk that kind of shit all day long. But you also have to look inside your own camp and you got to say, all right, who's with me and who's for themselves? And I did say in court today, I said I will never again work with Gino Bisconti publicly or professionally. And that is 1,000% true. I've even told Gino this. I've said, I can't work with you. I'm sorry. You're reckless. He says, he's like, oh, we're laughing about the disavow. No, I disavow the shit he says. I think he says wild, crazy, offensive shit. And I don't think he should. I think it's bad for him, quite frankly. But when I said that I found, Gino's words about different things disgusting and everything, I do. I find them really, really gross. And I think for his own mental health, he should stop. I think, he keeps saying, oh, you fuck around in that Dabbleverse, it eats at your soul, blah, blah, blah. And I think he's right. I agree with him. I think all these people have kind of, their souls have rotted out. Yours included if you're into that. No offense. But I don't think he realizes that he's so neck deep in it, he can't pull himself out. And I think it's rotted his soul. Got to get up into that rarefied air, if you ask me. Cleaner with $2 says, what's the story about you getting put on the Fender list? No. No, there's a lot of people who got a lot of things wrong. I think because it was wishful thinking on their part. Like some people just wanted certain things to be true. It didn't end up being that way. Oh, well. Ups to you for taking accountability for your actions, brother. Some people are incapable of self-reflection and repentance, so be grateful. Yeah, people were mad that I referenced my newfound faith. They were mad about that. That's helped me a ton. So I was happy to profess that in front of a court, in front of people. If you're, I'm going to try to give you some advice, even though you're not going to like it and you're not going to take it. If you live in your life for somebody else, whether it's me or anyone else, you're going to have problems. You're going to wonder why everyone else is so happy and you're so fucking mad all the time. I don't know what to I mean, again, I don't care if you figure that out, but I hope you do, because sometimes I see some of you and I go, God, that would be a depressing way to live. Rummage Sale with a good question says, do you have to give up alcohol? Oh, that's another thing. The state did ask, and I thought this was really weird because it's not an alcohol or chemical offense. They said, the state said, well, we want him to not be able to drink because sometimes he has a beer on his show. And I'm like, how fucking often are you watching the toe? I probably have a beer once every 20, 30 shows. So like, how much toe is the state of Minnesota consuming? But the judge she passed. She didn't even like address that one. She just it was kind of like that second violation. She's like, no, that's not a thing. Sorry. I can't say enough how great that judge is. She was like, I couldn't get a read on her for this whole last year. I couldn't get a read on what she was thinking, feeling, doing, anything. And then when she came down with a sentence, it was like the most fair thing you could come up with. I thought she did. She's a pro, man. She's a real pro. Kids, let me give you this piece of advice. Keep your nose clean. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble with the law. Obey the law. Still the best country in the world for all its faults and its foibles and everything else. It's still the best country out there. Keep your nose clean. Stay out of the system. Stay away from the system. It's because, again, like anything else, it has its faults and it has its foibles. But if you keep yourself out of it, then you can't put yourself in a position for something bad to happen to you. Okay? So take it from me. Keep your nose clean. Don't make excuses. When you fuck up, you stand up there. You take your sentence like a man. That's what you do. $2 from Gray Duckling says, sorry, slap my ass out. Yeah, don't make excuses, anything like that. You did what you did. You serve your sentence and you move on. That's life. Nice podcast, Stupid with $2 says, today was a W for the toe. Here's $2 from the commissary. I can't say that having to go to jail anywhere from 1 to 8 different times is necessarily a W for the toe. It could have gone a lot worse. Let's call it a draw. All right, let's call it a draw for the toe. The felony's out of there, which is fantastic news. 8 days. I'm biased. Like when I say it should have been 0, I'm obviously coming at it from my angle. So